We need to talk about a really weird thing happening right now. Why so many people earning six-figure salaries are, secretly broke. We're talking about this epidemic of fake wealth, a lifestyle that looks amazing on the outside but is actually built on a mountain of debt. So let's break down how this whole illusion works. So, what does that even mean that modern wealth doesn't look like wealth? Well, for a lot of people, it's not about a healthy savings account or a solid investment portfolio anymore. Instead, it looks like a leased BMW, designer sneakers bought with Afterpay, and that picture-perfect vacation that's quietly racking up the credit card balance. It's an illusion, and honestly, it's everywhere you look. To really get what I'm talking about, let's look at a quick case study. Meet Daniel. On the left, that's his Instagram feed. He's got the 100K tech job, the sleek car, the cool apartment. He looks like he is absolutely killing it. But on the right, well, that's the reality. Almost $20,000 in credit card debt, thousands more in these buy now, pay later schemes, and literally zero in an emergency fund. He's the poster child for this whole phenomenon. What Daniel's going through, it actually has a name. Some people call it the modern wealth illusion, or a bit more formally, performative wealth. It's a lifestyle that is specifically designed to look rich, not to actually build wealth. And this right here gets to the heart of the trade-off. See, our economy often does reward the appearance of success. It can help you land the job, impress the client, or just climb the social ladder. But paying for that appearance, like Daniel is doing, comes at a huge cost. You're literally borrowing from your future self just to keep up an image today. So you're probably wondering, how does a smart person with a great income fall into this kind of trap? Well, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a really slow, sneaky process. So let's get into the mechanics of how people end up secretly broke. The number one reason, the engine behind this whole problem, is something called lifestyle creep. It's a really simple but super dangerous habit. Every single time your income goes up, your spending goes up right along with it. And what that does is it guarantees that no matter how much more money you make, you never actually get ahead. And here's exactly how it happens. Step one, you get that raise or maybe a new, higher-paying job. Awesome. Step two, you immediately think, you know what? I deserve an upgrade, a better car, a bigger apartment. Step three, your fixed monthly costs swell up to match that new salary. Sometimes they even exceed it. And then boom. Step four, the trap is set. You're making more money on paper, sure, but your actual financial freedom hasn't budged an inch. And let's be super clear about something. This isn't just a personal failing. There are massive, multi-billion-dollar industries whose entire business model is built on making you feel like your life right now isn't good enough. You've got luxury brands, buy now, pay later apps, credit card reward systems, and yeah, even social media platforms themselves. They're all designed to poke at that status anxiety and get you to spend money you don't really have on stuff you don't really need. All right, so let's get back to Daniel and actually run the numbers. That $100,000 salary sounds amazing, right? But after taxes and everything else, he's bringing home about $6,000 a month. And as you're about to see, that money vanishes fast. Okay, here's where the whole illusion just shatters. We start with his $6,000 in take-home pay. First up, rent. That's $2,300 gone right off the top. Then it's car lease, another $750. Insurance, phone, internet, all the subscriptions, that's another $500 out the door. He spends about $1,200 on food and just living. And then here's the killer. $900 a month, that's just to pay the minimums on his credit cards and those buy now, pay later plans. So after all that, what is left? $350. That's it. From a six-figure salary, that's all he has left for savings, for investing, for any kind of emergency. He looks rich, but the truth is, he is one layoff, one medical bill, one bad day away from complete financial disaster. I know, that is a really bleak picture. But it's not the end of the story, I promise. There is a totally different path. So now let's talk about the principles of building real wealth, what we're calling the freedom equation. So the most important thing here is understanding the difference between fake wealth and real wealth. Fake wealth, that's what's on the left. It just creates obligations, car payments, credit card bills, things that chain you down. Sure, it looks impressive, but it's so fragile. Real wealth, on the other hand, creates options. It usually looks pretty boring, like a paid-off 5-year-old car or a normal house. But it's strong, it grows over time, and it's financed by your assets, not by your debt. This right here, this is really the main takeaway. Real wealth isn't about owning stuff. It's about owning your time. It buys you freedom. The freedom to walk away from a job you hate, the freedom to take 6 months off to go travel, the freedom to just say no. Fake wealth does the exact opposite. It builds a prison of payments and pressure, forcing you to keep up an illusion that's just slowly draining the life out of you. So, as we start to wrap this up, I want to turn this whole idea back to you. I mean, it's easy to look at our friend Daniel and judge, but the same forces that shaped his choices, they're working on all of us, every single day. So I'll just leave you with this one question. As you go about your week, look around. Look at your social media feed, maybe even look at your own bank statements. How much of what we call wealth or success today is actually just a performance? How much of it is real, and how much is just debt wearing a very convincing costume? It's definitely something worth thinking about.